got a real friend, you don't need much. Just a place to sit and fish is more than enough. When you got a real pal, there's nothing too tough. Together it is better when you got your real bud. Real bud.
Scram! Get out of here. Leave her alone.
She doesn't want to talk to you.
She doesn't want to talk to you.
You know who we do want to talk to, John?
Who do we want to talk to?
Our audience, because we're live.
Ooh, hello, audience. It's been a while. It's been a couple weeks.
Been a bit. We had some banked eppies.
We did have some banked eppies, but we also had some travel schedules that got delayed, messed up, and all kinds of stuff. And you didn't get to go on the trip that you wanted to go on.
No. Thanks, Milton.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Milton.
Good old Milton. Milty. Uncle Milty.
Get out of here. Scram. We
Get
don't want
outta
to deal with you,
here.
Milton.
Scram.
Leave us alone.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
Uncle Milty. Have you ever heard that term, Uncle Milty?
I have not. Can you explain what
It was
1980s TV shows were?
Well, it was even prior to that. It was early 50s, probably. There used to be a comedian on TV called Milton Berle, and you used to call him Uncle Milty.
Nice.
Yeah. So now he's known as a hurricane. So
Why they call him that?
I don't know. I guess it's just because they wanted to shorten his name from Milton Berle to Uncle Milty.
You know my favorite Milton bee?
What's that?
Milton Bradley.
Toy maker.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Also a baseball player.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Want another fun baseball name?
Uh-oh.
Cocoa Crisp.
Ooh, no, come on now. That's a cereal. By Post, I believe.
See? Here's Milton Bradley.
Yeah?
That's confusing. Former MLB player Milton Bradley, accused of domestic violence, threatened to kill her wife.
Whoa.
Don't know why it says her wife. Cocoa Crisp. Baseball player.
Baseball player. I always thought it was a cereal.
Well, his name was Cavelli Lois Crisp.
Oh.
He went by Coco.
How do you spell Covelli?
Covelli. Sounds like a nice Italian watch.
It does.
Is that a Rolex or do you have a Cavelli?
Is it a Covelli?
Yeah, I bought it
Wow.
when I studied abroad.
Oh.
It was, what does it mean when something's duty free? Is that what it's called? Like when you buy something from the airport, it's like a
duty-free shop.
Yeah.
That means you
can't poop there?
Well, you can't use the restroom.
No.
Because
No duty
it's
allowed.
No duty allowed. It's down the hall.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, what's a duty-free shop, though?
There is a duty-free shop.
What does that mean?
That means that you're not going to be charged any taxes on the purchases that you make.
Why is that? Because it never goes through.
It's not part of any particular country. You know, like for example, if you're in Ireland and you're in the airport there, you can go to a duty-free shop and you won't get charged Irish tax.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So you're safe in those walls.
I think you're safe in those walls. Yeah. If you want to buy a Rolex or a Cavelli.
But if you commit a crime, do you go to Irish prison?
Oh,
or
you go to the slammer,
do you go
man.
to
They
duty-free
put
prison?
you away in a dank, dark prison. And they never see you again.
I
ever.
thought it was duty-free here.
No, it is duty free.
You can't steal from that.
You can't
woman.
steal from the duty free shop in the Irish airport. They mean business.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How are your past 2 weeks? How they been, John?
They've been pretty good, actually. It's weather's been really good here in Kansas and good old KC. So we've had some really great weather. Had a lot going on, both work-wise and home-wise.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
What's going on at home?
Well, we have unusually large windows at our house.
I've always thought that.
Yeah.
That's peculiar.
That's kind of
something-
odd. There's something amiss here.
Is that window askew?
Yeah, no, it's just bent. Well, anyway, we have storm windows on our windows, and they're 54 inches wide, which is
Not standard.
that is not standard.
What standard is it? 48?
Standard at all? I think standard is what 28 or something, something crazy narrow. But in any event, I decided that I was going to take the storm window off and wash the windows, and wash the storm window, and just thought kind of getting ready for winter, so you can see out the window and all that kind of stuff.
So did you end up washing it?
Yes, I did.
Or did you wash it?
I washed it. It was a wash situation here.
This is a feelings hurt free podcast, so we can call each other out for how we pronounce things.
No, because I can't say it on air.
Say what?
What I'm feeling.
Oh.
Or,
Duty?
Duty.
Duty free?
Yeah, really.
There's a bathroom
Make
right
you
there.
duty free, buddy. Mr. Buddy Duty Free. So anyway, I unscrewed the storm windows and I took it off and set it down gently, and all of a sudden I hear this big crack, and the big glass piece in the storm window broke.
How'd that happen?
Well, they're old. I mean, we've had.
Did you step on it, John?
I didn't step on it.
John.
It was not. No, that hurts you.
Did you
That
throw a
hurts you.
rock at it?
No, I didn't throw a rock at it.
So how many beers? How many years of bad luck is that?
Well, that's a mirror. If you break a mirror, that's bad luck. But a window's not bad luck at all.
Okay.
So anyway, I just immediately took it up to the hardware store and had Miss Jenny up there measure it out. She's getting a new piece of glass for me. So I was able to get the window washed anyway.
Nice. Well, it'll be brand
with
new.
with my secret cleaning solution.
Pro tip: you don't need to wash them if you just break them.
Well, that's true.
Get a new one.
Well, I know, but
Comes pre-cleaned.
I had to wash the window.
It sounds weird hearing you say it the normal way.
Wash. Yeah. So anyway, I had to wash the window, and then and then when I get the new glass pane back, I'll pop that in there, and we'll wash that one.
I mean to make you sensitive.
Then put it back up. Hopefully, I won't drop it and break it. So anyway, I didn't realize how heavy they were. They're pretty heavy.
So what's blocking the air right now from coming inside?
Just the window. That's it.
Oh, it's okay. Wait, the storm window isn't it the glass part?
The storm window is the outer window of the. We have the window, and then we have the storm window on the outside of the.
I don't think we have storm windows.
No, you don't. You have thermal pane windows, which we do not have. They were not invented in 1919.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Sounds like a pain.
It is kind of a pain. Kind of a pain. There we go. Mr. Washy.
Yeah, the first thing I did, the first project when we moved into our house, I had just gotten the keys, and our garage each one has 4 windows on it. Mm-hmm. And it had these plastic inserts that, I've probably already said this before in the podcast, but they just kind of dated it a lot, and I wanted to take them out and just have it be the square glass. And didn't realize that the plastic was holding the glass in, so I unscrewed it from one side, and the glass fell out the other side.
Oh, no.
So I had to go to 4 different Lowe's who could cut a piece of glass, and finally got one, and
you're back in business. See?
It was not a good sign of things to come at the house when the first thing I did broke.
Yeah. In my case, though, this is a special order kind of situation with the size of the window being what it is. So consequently, I have to pick it up a week from Tuesday.
Oh.
Yeah.
That'd be a big day.
Big day. It'll be a big day.
What are the odds? Are they putting it into the thing for you?
Yeah, they'll put it in the frame and attach it and all that kind of stuff.
Are you nervous to drive it back home?
No.
If you want, I can drive behind you with my 4-way flashers on with an oversized load. Sign.
We may do that.
Like, caution, go around.
Caution, go around. Storm on board.
I'll get a 16-foot antenna on top of my car.
big whippy little flag on it.
I'll be like a mile back. Just
that'll work.
Yeah,
that'll work for us.
Well, that's fun.
Yeah,
I spent a lot of time the past couple weeks at hardware stores.
Oh yeah.
What's
been your favorite purchase past couple weeks?
Well, as you mentioned, I don't know if we recorded since we haven't. So yeah, we didn't end up going to Florida because of the hurricane. So I thought, what better way to spend our time off that we already had from work than painting our kitchen?
Ooh,
So
that's a big project there.
yeah, so I went and had to buy some primer that would like shellac primer that would stick to the cabinets, and then had to go buy paint had to buy that, a bunch of paint and supplies, different brushes and all that, and
Ain't that stuff expensive? It's crazy expensive
yeah,
now.
I mean, for one of the small brushes, it was like $8, $9,
yeah,
and then a can of paint.
but those you can reuse. You know, unless you're using a
An oil-based?
oil-based paint. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think we did that, but
Okay.
I oftentimes forget to put them in something and they are ruined.
Yeah.
But I got the primer. I was told to use like a bin. I think it's called bin primer. It's made
Okay.
for like this stuff from like IKEA, the shiny surfaces. And a can of that was like $100.
Wow.
It was made. It's like extra strong and has some adhering, whatever. But then there's
Okay.
another one that was like 50, so we went with that one. So got that, and then had to go to Ace because we needed Benjamin Moore paint. So,
Because
the color we picked out was only Benjamin
okay,
Moore.
all right, that makes sense. They make good paint, so
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Ben's a good guy.
yep.
So got that. Excuse me. Notice that whenever I go to a store and you ask someone to mix paint, it's like the world's biggest. It just puts them off. Don't you work in the paint department? It's usually at Ace, I've noticed, because they're a small enough store that not one person mans just that. The last time the guy was okay, but the times before it's just been like I asked them to, I don't know, deliver my child in the parking lot. It was just
Was it any special demographic age group that this
Older.
seemed to be?
yeah,
Older?
like it might have been in your graduating class.
Really? Okay, could have been.
Um,
Well, you know, the older we get, the less filtered we become, and less patient we become.
he's like
So we don't have any time to be fooling around with
yeah.
young opinionated upstarts.
He said Van Buren Brown. That's what you're gonna paint your kitchen. Yep. So went home, spent a day. I think spent a good few hours just taping things off.
That's the hardest part about painting
Yeah.
is taping all that junk.
Prep work.
Yeah, it was a prep work.
So yeah, taped all that stuff off. I had to finish painting the walls in our kitchen because they weren't all completely done. I had to do that one night. Took off all the cabinet doors, all the hardware, put them in the garage. Spent another day priming, another day painting. Did a couple coats, probably 3 coats, and yeah, it was a lot. And then the satisfying part is taking off the tape at the end, like off the edges, and seeing how crisp your edges are, you know? Because we had white walls and brown cabinets, and went to take it off, and just big chunks of the wall paint peeled off. I was so mad.
So you have
So if you look closely up there, you'll see a bunch of like tan.
globs of tan here and there.
So I need to go back and repaint a lot of it.
Oh, yep, a little touch-up work, but that's okay.
We wanted to go for a different color, but Janelle wanted darker. She said it was more cozy. And our kitchen had a bunch of scalloped areas around like above the sink, above the refrigerator, below the sink. And then in our living room, there were some too on the bookshelves. So I did the handiest thing I've ever done. I borrowed a miter saw from Dallas.
Okay.
And I made all my cuts and used my brad nailer. I've been dying to use that.
How'd that work out?
It was a blast.
Was it?
Yeah.
I mean, anytime you get a chance to use, these neat tools, it's always fun.
And you got to grunt when you do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like, the sound it made was like, and it was like, I'd like doing the air engine would walk by. It was like a gorilla. I turned into a caveman.
Like Clint Eastwood, and Dirty Harry.
Speaking of which, I found out Janelle having deja vu. I feel like one of the first episodes of the podcast, we talked about someone being attracted to someone. Was it Mary Alice who was attracted to someone? Like a celebrity?
Oh. I'm
for sure having deja vu right now.
Yeah, I think she. Well, I'm not sure.
Because Janelle, I just found out she has the hots for Kevin Costner's voice.
Really?
Yeah, he was on one of those Fox commercials talking about his show, like going over the West and all that, or just America.
Yeah.
And
that's a pretty neat program. I don't know if you've seen any of it or not. He did a great job on that.
I'm not allowing her to watch it.
Okay. I wouldn't let you.
No.
Yeah, that's a good
I'm not
idea.
letting her watch it because of him. So anyway, she likes him. I could have sworn we talked about this before. I know we did. A very early episode, I mentioned who's Janelle also having the hots for someone. Dang it. I missed. I'll think of it later. So yeah, do you believe in deja vu?
I believe in deja vu. Yeah.
I don't know if I actually believe in it, but
Yeah.
it's a weird feeling when all the circumstances align and you feel like you've been there before.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah. Yeah.
So anyway, back to paint. So that took the entire weekend. Had Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday off work.
Mm-hmm.
Wednesday we spent just for her birthday because it was her actual birthday.
Ooh. Are we allowed to ask the age?
She's my age now.
Oh no.
24.
Yeah, no.
And then, so we didn't start working until Thursday. The plan was to start Thursday morning, but we didn't go until like lunchtime to get the supplies. So didn't start until late. And then I think I finished the last bit of painting, hole filling, caulking, all that stuff in the living room and kitchen at probably like 7 o'clock on Sunday. So
you always feel like you made a major accomplishment. And by the way, it does look nice. I saw it a little while ago, and it does. It looks great. You did a very good job.
Thank you.
You should, if you ever get decided another career, that painting might be the way to go.
I'll just say I can only do heights of 10 feet or lower. Nothing higher than 10 feet.
Okay, yeah, you don't want to do houses or anything like that.
As long as I can be on like a 2-step stool, I'll be fine.
Those are the most deadly ones.
I've seen too many videos of ladders slipping and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I've watched Christmas Vacation too many times.
Oh, Chevy Chase.
And he falls and his
he falls.
shirt's
He kinda
stapled
just
to the gutter.
It does a startled look like, whoa, I'll beat that one.
But yeah, when my dad was down here when I first moved in, he put the shutters in.
Mm-hmm.
And I think even he was kind of nervous how high up it was. Because the ones above, like our driveway, on the bedroom windows, the highest.
Yeah, they're pretty
point,
high up there.
Like going up to the highest point, it was probably 15, 16 feet.
Yeah, that's
least.
pretty high.
Yeah. So anyway, I could not do that, and yeah, we have
The highest I've ever been, it was 60 feet. I had to go 60 feet.
For what?
When
Army?
when I was in the Army, yeah.
You had to climb a ladder? Like
it wasn't a ladder.
Obstacle course type thing?
No, it wasn't that. I had to climb a telephone pole.
Oh, you mentioned that.
Yeah.
With like spikes and stuff?
Yeah.
That's nice.
No, that's not nice. It's scary as hell if you want to know the truth.
That would not feel good if you slid down and the splinters in your thighs.
I saw a couple guys do that. They get panicked and they lose their footing and they immediately grab the pole and just slide all the way down. I mean,
John, you mean to tell me that you can climb a 60-foot ladder, but you can't do the laundry, right?
Yeah.
Sorry, Mary Alice.
That's kind of the way it goes. Yeah, pretty much.
It's for my
pretty
country.
much. Back to the painting project, and you got that all completed, and
so it's all done. It was one of our last projects. I realized it was the last surface in our house, besides our garage, that has not been painted. So every single wall in this house now.
Well, that's great. That's all yours
painted.
now. Yeah.
Well, it's not. I mean, we still have a few years on the mortgage, but it feels like ours. So I'm done painting for a while after I did the garage doors and then the next week.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was a kind of a temporary project too to get us by until we get new cabinets and countertops someday, but that's a ways down the road.
Yeah.
So it looks much better now. We used to have
It
an
does.
orange kitchen.
Yeah,
I don't know if you remember that.
I do.
It was, you could have seen it too around Otis's dog food in the corner. As a container. I hadn't finished painting that area. There's still a paneling there.
Yeah.
The room behind me used to be like a Kelly green,
Mm-hmm.
bright green. Our entryway and hallways used to be lime green.
Yeah, I remember that.
So the new or the old owner probably just, if she saw our house, it's so white, which it is.
Yeah.
We'll put color back into it.
Mm-hmm.
It just feels cleaner now. So that's what I spent a lot of time doing. Went to Lowe's probably 3 times over the weekend.
Did you?
One of the times I went in, like I said, I was trying to get trim for over the scallop part of the kitchen, and I had an idea for what I wanted to do. I brought the pieces up, and a guy asked if I needed help finding something, and I was trying to find smaller brad nails for my brad nail gun because I was shooting the like 2.5-inch ones through.
Oh no!
Well,
It
was. I should have been doing it. I did it through that thicker trim above our cabinets that I took the scallop part down. It had to go through, like part of it through the wall, part of it like straight into the cabinet.
Okay.
So I had to use a bunch of those. But then when I went to go on to the scallop part, I just needed a smaller one because the wood was like a 1/4 inch. And the scallop part was 1/2 inch, so I just got like a whatever math that is. And he helped me find that, and he asked what I was doing. I showed him pictures, and I know I don't have anything weird on my phone, but it always makes me nervous when I hand someone my phone and I start scrolling through photos. Like I was showing you this one thing, I was showing you my kitchen, and now you're scrolling to whatever else was before that. And I think part of it was by accident because he was trying to zoom, but he kept going the wrong way, and so just figure it's probably a picture of like Otis on our bed or like.
Yeah, I don't do that with people.
I should do
I
it.
won't give him my phone to look at a picture. If I do, I'll hold on to the phone myself.
I think what I should do. Well, you have like 12 pictures on your phone.
Well, I don't have many pictures. I mean, yeah, maybe 12, but
I think what I should do.
Does that take up a lot of space, by the way? 12 pictures?
No.
I think I'm running out of space.
I don't think that's the problem then.
Okay.
It's probably all the videos you took thinking you were taking a photo.
Yeah, it's probably it.
And it was a 10-minute
still-
long video of your pocket,
It's still going, so.
the inside of your pocket. I think what I should do sometime is, it sounds weird, take a picture of like a Lowe's worker from a distance, like through the shelves or something, and then have another picture in between of like the kitchen, and then be like, hey, can you take a look at this? What do you think I should use? And I could be like, oh, maybe it's the one before that. And then it's just a picture of himself. He's looking at it. What's this guy doing?
No.
So anyway,
Well, do you prefer Lowe's or do you prefer Home Depot?
well, that was part
That's
of my
a big
story
question.
still.
Big question.
I prefer Lowe's. I feel like Lowe's is the Target and Home Depot is kind of the Walmart. I don't know. Home Depot just always seems kind of like dark and dirtier to me for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
And we just have a Lowe's closer to us, so I always go there. But
Okay. So it's just strictly a matter of convenience, I guess, then.
well, no, and I like it better. And
Okay.
now I have rewards there, and
All right.
which I wish I would have known about before. They may have done it more recently, but I started to get like cash back rewards. Like I had $10 back the last time,
That's nice.
or not back, but as like a reward to use there. But when we first moved in here, I spent thousands of dollars there and didn't get anything for it. So.
Yeah.
But the guy I was showing him the pictures of my kitchen, and he kept giving me different ideas, and I was kind of set on what I was going to do. And he's like, well, have you considered just like ripping that piece off the wall or off the cabinet? I'm like, yeah, I don't want to do that. It's too much work. I'm just going to trim over it. It's like, well, you could. It looks like it's 3 different pieces, so you could take it off. You could saw it. Have you thought about buying a saw to saw it? And anyway, he's trying to make the job way more difficult and trying to get me to buy more tools than I needed to. So I said, all right, I'll see you later. All right, I think I said, I'll buy these things. Hopefully that's all I need. I said, if not, I'll probably see you in like 30 minutes. He said, well, I'm going on my lunch break.
Okay.
I was like,
see.
that was a joke. And I'm going to leave now. So I paid for
How old was this guy? With my age?
Again,
Oh,
your age.
okay. All right. I'm surprised he kept talking to you.
What does that mean?
Well, it means generally that older people just turn around and walk away.
No, they don't. He probably was,
Yeah,
that's probably the first person to talk to him all day, and he was honored that I was giving him the time of day.
He was happy someone was speaking to him.
Just the
Oh boy, oh boy.
yeah, that he didn't get that I was joking, and I'm not planning on coming back, but we'll be at lunch in 30 minutes. All right, Randy.
Okay.
See you later.
Yeah.
But then I was leaving with all my treasures, walk out, and there are Boy Scouts out there. Actually, Girl Scouts. Actually, it was Boy Scouts. But my question was...
Boy Scouts or Girl Scouts or both?
It was Boy Scouts.
Because now they just call them Scouts.
I couldn't assume either way.
Yeah.
But I don't think
not.
I don't think they were selling cookies.
What?
I don't think they were selling cookies. So I think they were Boy Scouts.
Okay.
But they were asking for money for something.
All right.
But I managed to pull a slick maneuver where I just kind of waited behind the person in front of me, and they were kind of like my offensive linemen. And then they kind of jumped on the grenade.
You just dodged, though. Poor guy trying to do something for his camp, his scout troop, and
I just didn't have a good excuse.
trying to do a good thing. Yeah, you do. You always have a good excuse.
Well, at first I thought it was cookies, so I was like,
"Oh boy!"
So no, I didn't want them. So the guy in front of me kind of like took the blow, and then I rubbed off that and went around. I shot the gap, and I went through the door.
All right. Okay.
So they didn't get me, and I felt like an athlete.
So now you have a strategic plan on dodging Boy Scouts when they're collecting revenues for their camp fund. Is that kind of what I'm
Well, I saw a documentary on
here?
the Boy Scouts, and it was not paying them in a good light. So
Okay. All right.
But the Girl Scouts are hard because there's always some reason for, I don't know, there's always a rebuttal to whatever you say. So,
Well, they're smart.
So my question is, if you were leaving a Lowe's and there's a Girl Scout asking if you wanted cookies, what would you?
I'd probably buy 15 boxes of Thin Mints.
You say that because you're on air.
No, I don't. We always wind up during cookie season for Girl Scouts. Mary Alice is the same way. She'll always buy Girl Scout cookies. And I'm just a sucker for those little girls that come up and go, "Hey, mister, would you like to buy some Girl Scout cookies?" Yeah, I'll buy. How much are they? They're $27 a box. How many cookies you get in there? 8. Okay, well, I'll buy 15 boxes. That kind of thing.
But they're calorie free.
Yeah, no, not really. Thin Mints are not.
Those are your favorites? Thin Mints?
My favorite are the Thin Mints, yes.
It's like you're eating toothpaste?
No, they're not toothpaste. They're just like a little graham cracker with...
I know what they are. I just don't like mint-flavored things.
You don't?
Like mint chip ice cream?
No, I'm not a big fan
Might as well
of
just put some Crest in your mouth and call it a day.
Excuse me, can I have a brush?
Yeah.
You don't want a spoon for ice cream? No, a brush would be fine. As you're talking to the Baskin-Robbins lady behind the counter.
So Girl Scout cookie season is...
When is it?
Middle of February to middle of March.
Ooh. So it's after Christmas.
Yeah.
All right, I'll start saving my pennies for that.
But I have favorites. Dang it. Where are they? I haven't had any in a while.
What's your favorite Girl Scout cookie?
I'm going to be put on a list that I'm at the Girl Scout shop, and I thought it would be like where the cookies are sold, but it's their vests and stuff. All right. Meet the cookies. All right. I think my favorite one, the dangerous one for me, is the Caramel Delights. They also are known as Samoas.
Oh, what does that consist of?
The coconut one.
Oh, they're coconut? Ooh.
Well, it's
anything
crisp
coconut.
Cookies with caramel, coconut, and chocolatey stripes.
Oh, man. Oh, yeah.
Oh, peanut butter patties.
I'm not a big peanut
Really?
butter guy, yeah. I mean, I like peanut butter, and I'll eat it occasionally. I'll get kind of a craving for it, and I'll go in the kitchen and do a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
What? This looks new. Toffee-tastic?
That is new. What is it?
Gluten-free, rich, buttery cookies with sweet, crunchy toffee bits. Oh, dang. I might have to get that. All right. Next time I'm at Lowe's.
Okay. Yeah.
They have a s'mores one.
Yeah, s'mores have been around for a long time.
I think I used to, really?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about that.
Well,
I've never seen these before. I like I think I've had the
too
lemon.
busy dodging them is what you're doing.
I think I had the lemonades before. Those are kind of good. They're different. Adventurefuls. Those look new. Anyway, we used to get them from, it's probably a cousin or something. But yeah, whenever you go, there's always a reason like, oh, I want a diet. And they'll be like, oh, well, we have low-calorie ones.
sugar-free, low-cal.
And I could say, I've got celiac.
Gluten-free.
I've got celiac disease. Yeah, we have gluten-free options. Well, shit.
Just give me money.
I'm broke. Well,
that's all right. We take credit cards.
Yeah.
Debit and credit.
You can charge it.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
What?
Think of our future, not yours.
I know.
So yeah, I was going to ask you like how you would get out of it, but you're not going to.
I don't. I'm not getting out of it. You kidding? How can I not? I'm not going to get out of it. I got to get my Thin Mint fix for the year.
I think they.
I think we probably still have some cookies left over from last year.
They probably see me and they're like, "Oh, I think he's good on cookies."
Mm-hmm. He's okay.
He probably already got a few boxes.
Yeah, he's good. Hey, keep on moving.
He's probably in the McDonald's line, like John says. The car's in front of him.
Car's in front of him.
Jerk. I think what I would do is just fake a phone call.
Uh-huh.
Like, oh, Mr. President.
Oh,
hey, honey.
hello, Mr. President.
The girl's like, I'm not stupid. That's your home screen. No one's calling you. But yeah, fake a phone call or like trip and fall.
Fall on their table.
Or just like crash into the glass sliding door and
pull a Chevy Chase on them.
Or just sprint, just run out.
Jog over completely over the table.
Or just like grab the back of your shorts and kind of waddle out. Now's not the time, girls.
Excuse me, girl. I gotta go. I'm gotta.
This is not a Thin Mint. I think I'm having an adventure full.
All right, let's keep moving on here.
All right. Check that one off. Last week, sorry, I would ask you, John, do you have anything you want to talk about this week?
For this week, I got to drive the car of my dreams. Well, is that this week or not? Next week,
I just didn't know if you had any topics, but no other topics besides that?
No other topics.
Okay, so I guess we'll go into our highlight of the week.
Ooh, highlight of the week.
John's catch of the week.
John's catch of the week, yes. My highlight of the week is I got to drive the car of my dreams.
A Hyundai Sonata.
No, it wasn't that. A couple of weeks ago. I actually got to drive a 1958 Rolls-Royce Phantom. Which is, you see the Queen riding around in something like this. And it was just exactly like what you...
You rode the Queen?
Yeah. I was doing my daughter Kathleen does this very well, as a matter of fact. But anyway, it was a real thrill. It really was.
That's fun.
Yeah, it was fun. It was fun.
You'll have to send me a picture and I'll see if I can put it in the episode.
Ooh. I can send you a picture. I'll send it to you tomorrow.
Ooh, are you allowed to, though? Did the owner know you were driving it?
He did know, I think, because we had to drive it off of the transport trailer and into the facility. Yeah, he knew someone was driving it.
Did the hood ornament go down inside the thing?
No.
That's a new feature?
This one, now we have a newer one that's in our facility that does do that. The hood ornament does kind of go down.
How old is it?
It's a 2013.
Oh, so there's an umbrella in the door?
I didn't look and see.
Usually they have an umbrella inside.
Generally, there's an umbrella that they have in the door.
Were they suicide doors?
Yes, they are. Yeah.
Why are they called that?
Because both of them fold out same
I know
direction.
what they look like, but why are they called that?
I don't know. Because they like to commit suicide or something.
That's not funny, John.
I know it's not funny. I don't want to make light of that either. But I just did. Oops.
Oh. Doors on cars that open from the rear are called suicide doors because of the risk of falling out of the vehicle if the door opened while the car was moving.
Whoa. Well, that's an interesting little tidbit. Say that again, because I'll use that on my tours.
Why are the suicide doors
What are they
called
called?
suicide doors. They were hinged at the rear edge, so
Right.
if the vehicle was moving and they sprang open, anyone who grabbed to stop that happening was whisked out of their seat into the roadway. Seatbelts were not used at that time.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's just the risk of falling out of the car into traffic was high
Okay.
because seatbelts weren't used and people could just lean out of the car.
Cool.
So that's a fun fact. Very cool.
Very fun fact. Yes.
Very cool suicide
Very
doors.
cool suicide doors.
Yeah, have any cars with butterfly doors?
No. Well, they do have. Wait a minute. Now that you mention it, I don't think they're called butterfly doors.
Okay.
But the ones that go up,
Lamborghini?
they call them gull wing doors. That's what I was thinking of.
What do you know? Butterfly doors. Type of door is sometimes seen in high performance cars. They're slightly different from scissor doors. While the scissor doors move straight up via hinge points, butterfly doors move up and out on hinges via an A-pillar.
Oh, I see. Yeah, that's pretty cool. That's correct. Yeah.
Gull wing doors.
Gull
Yeah,
wing
that's
doors.
different.
Yeah, they go straight up from the straight out and
It's like the
straight up.
Teslas.
Uh huh.
Nice.
Yeah,
I should get that on my Accord.
you should. You should have. You can special order those.
It'd be
If
cheap.
you, no.
We see you're due for an oil change. Would you like to get that today? No, I'd like to get the suicide doors on my.
Oh, let me see if I have those in stock.
That's going to be $40,000 and your car's worth $6,000. So
Yeah, keep
Go ahead
on
and do
going.
it.
Keep going. Yeah,
well, that's exciting. You got to do that.
it was a good week.
How far did you get to drive it?
Probably 3 blocks, maybe.
That's still a lot. Were you nervous?
I was nervous. Yeah, you kidding? How can you not be nervous?
What would happen if you like totaled it?
Well, there's no way we could have totaled it. I mean, it was a very controlled environment that we were in. So,
You could have found a way.
yeah, I could have. I could have. I could have get going too. But
Well, to do my highlight of the week, I've got
Yeah.
to start with my peeve of the week.
oh, what's your peeve of the
So
week?
do you want to go to your peeve of the week?
No, go ahead.
Okay. So my peeve of the week is car problems.
Oh,
Yeah, it was the week of the car problem. So last Tuesday, you and I were going to hang out, and it was kind of the first cold day in a while. It was like high 50s, I think. And I got to my car after work, turned it on, and every single light on my dashboard turned on. Thought, that can't be good. And then on the side, it has like the digital screen, and I would hit, one came up that says something issue, like park assist or brake hold error, see dealer, dismiss, lane keep assist, see dealer. I hit it probably 10 times, and there were 10 different things on there. So just like if you think you have, I don't know, a cold sore and you Google it, it's going to tell you have mouth cancer. When you Google something like that about your car, it's going to tell you.
Oh, it's going to give you all the information.
And I jump to conclusions a lot.
Oh, no, not
So-
at all. Do you?
Eventually I saw you and I was
Yeah.
like, I think I need a new car probably.
Yeah.
My car's got cancer, John.
Yeah, you did call me kind of in a panic on that one.
Well, if I was just like, hey, I'm going to be late. My car's busted. So I called the dealer. They're like, yeah, just bring it in tomorrow. I'm like, that's not what I wanted to hear. Thought you'd tell me it was all going to be okay. So we went to dinner. I was probably a bummer the whole time because I was nervous about my car costing
You were bummed.
thousands.
Yep.
And then online it said to disconnect the battery and reconnect it after 15 minutes. So when I dropped you off at your house, we disconnected it, reconnected it, and everything was fine. All the lights turned off when I drove home, and it was all good. Next day I went to AutoZone, and I knew I got the battery there. I looked it up, and I had sent a text to Janelle or something on May something of 2022. So I knew it was like 2.5 years old, and I figured I just have to buy a new battery, whatever. So the highlight of the week is I went in there and realized I bought, in my text I found where I think I had texted you how much it cost. It was so expensive the last time. And I said they were out of the cheaper one. I, of course, had to buy the more expensive one. I probably fell for some scheme. And so anyway, I was out an extra like $100 or something. So then I get in there and found out that the battery that I got had a 3-year warranty, but the cheaper one only had 2.
Ooh.
So the win of the week is I had to pay nothing because it was still under warranty.
Oh, great. So now you have a brand new battery.
Brand new battery.
That's a help.
So there's some silver lining. There's some like a story you could probably Just sometimes maybe there's a reason something's gonna
something's gonna happen. And it's gonna be
so when you got to pay extra for the thicker pane window, just know that next time it breaks, it's where I got a better warranty. Or something like that. So left there, everything was fine. New battery was in, the lights are still off, and then Sunday morning, went to take Otis for a ride. Went to take him. No, he was perked up. And went to go get coffee because he loves to go to the coffee shop. And all the lights came back on again. So there went my relaxing Sunday of watching football and editing photos. And I spent the rest of the time looking up other issues again.
Oh, no. You were on the internet looking up.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
So I went back to AutoZone because I saw it could be an alternator. Mm-hmm. So they tested for that. And back to peeve of the week.
Okay.
Car stuff.
Mm-hmm.
The guy at AutoZone, the first one was helpful. He was interesting. I would kind of make little jokes here and there and try to like make light of whatever. And he just was not having it. He was just straight to business. Seemed like he knew what he was doing, though, so I trusted him. This guy, his name was Chad. It was probably 75 degrees. He was wearing a winter coat, a stocking cap, had AirPods in his ears, and didn't look the soberest.
Okay. I'm with you. I understand.
Like he may have done some recreational things during work.
Or on his break or lunch hour or something.
I mean, he just looked very chill, I'll say.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And he came out and he's like, yeah, he tested it. He's like, yeah, it's come. Alternator's fine. And I said, okay. So he's like, yeah, I don't know, honestly, man. And I looked over and he was blowing a big flume of, what are they called? Vape smoke.
No, vape. Okay.
He was vaping under his coat when I was out there.
Yeah.
Which is fine. But so he blew that out and it's like, all right. And I was just trying to get something else out of him. Like, any other ideas? And it's like, yeah. We just kind of stared at each other for a while. I'm like, all right, I guess I'll leave. So didn't really trust Chad.
Mm-hmm.
So Chad, if you're listening, I'm sorry. But he ended up being right. Took it to another AutoZone across town and he said the same thing. So then yesterday I took it into Honda and they said it just needed to have some code cleared. Just said it probably did need a battery. Once I got it, I can't manually reset the codes. They have to do it.
Oh, so, okay. All right.
Which seems like a tricky way to make a couple extra bucks. Like they have to be the ones to reset it. So yeah.
What did that cost you? Can I ask?
So
just the recode.
The diagnostic is $90 there.
Right.
But he said they felt like they didn't really do a whole lot. That was to like diagnose an actual problem. But since I came in there like knowing what it was and all that, he said it'd be $54. So
yeah,
seems like a decent amount for what they did. But it's fine.
You got to keep rolling on.
I thought I was going to buy a new car.
Yeah, I know.
I was about to call Janelle and be like, these new Honda models are looking pretty good. Financing isn't too bad.
No, she wouldn't have gone there for that.
Like, well, my car is 8 years older than yours. Maybe I should get a new one. So anyway, that was my other win, was getting it fixed and a new battery for $54. So
that's a real plus. I mean, you could have gone out. I'm surprised that it was that much. Or was not that much, because generally in situations like that, it just one thing leads to another, to another, to another, to another, and it just it keeps compounding itself. The next thing you know, you're into this thing for like $1,000.
Well, the guy said if one of those things was broken, like the brake hold, it could trigger all the other lights to come on even if they're not broken. Mm-hmm. So when I had to connected the battery yesterday. It reset all the warnings, so he couldn't see a lot of them, but he thinks it was just that one that needed to be reset. So.
Oh, great. That's great.
So we'll see, but he said keep an eye on it and bring it back in when the codes are showing next time. So
certainly a lot cheaper than a car payment. There's no question about it.
Or when
I don't know how much car payments are. I've not had a car payment in so long, and it's just insane.
around $400 at least. So.
Yeah, probably somewhere in that, like in $400 to $600 range.
But yeah, so I'm glad I didn't have to do that. Plus, like an ECU, an engine computer unit or something was like,
oh yeah, those are like
a couple thousand at least.
Yeah, those are a couple grand. I had to have one of those replacing a car that I had many years ago. I say many years ago. It was like a '96 Ford Escape, I think, is one of those things went out, and I had to have it put in. $2,000.
That's not fun.
No, I did get a discount because I paid cash. So
what is your peeve of the week?
Oh, I really don't have a peeve of the week, to be honest with you.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
All right.
No, life has just been pretty good to me, and I can't complain.
Alternate peeve of the week.
Uh-huh.
Just getting political text messages is annoying.
Oh, I can't wait for this election to be over. I really can't. I mean, the negativity and the animosity that's been going on is just unheard of. It's just troublesome, quite honestly.
Troublesome?
Troublesome. But in any event, yeah, we need to get it over. Move on.
A couple weeks ago, Otis has been in a kick of when Janelle was gone, he had a kick of waking up early and crying and wanting to go outside at 5:30 or 6 in the morning. Today he did that again.
God, I love that dog.
And I couldn't fall back asleep. But last week, 2 weeks ago, I guess, I had some issue where I just would wake up for no reason.
Mm-hmm.
Like nothing woke me up. I just wake up and I'd be awake for a couple hours.
Just in the middle of the night?
Yeah, one night I went to bed at, like sometimes I've gotten home, I've taken a nap before at like 5, and then I can't fall asleep till like 2.
Right.
But this time it was like I went to bed at 9:30 one night. I think I was exhausted. Excuse me. And I was wide awake at like 1:30, and then I couldn't fall back asleep until 2 or 3:30 or 4. And then I could have slept till
God, I
noon.
hate that. I just hate that.
But I used to sleep all the way through the night, and I don't know what's going on. But
Yeah,
and last
you're getting
week,
old, buddy.
Yeah, last week I woke up. It was on a Monday, I think. Oh yeah, it was my first day back from vacation, and I woke up at 5 a. It was 4:45. I lay there for a bit trying to fall back asleep, and I gave up, and I went out and I watched the news.
What?
I watched the news in my living room.
Wait a minute. How old are you?
Old.
Yeah, you're an old man now.
I think I used to do that.
You just joined the ranks, buddy. Congrats.
When we used to work
Welcome.
together, we had to be at work at 7:30, and it was half an hour plus away. So I used to watch the news when I'd get ready in the morning.
Yeah.
But now I kind of just cut it close for work, and I don't watch it. So I went out there and sat there with some coffee and watched the news for a couple hours. And it was a cool morning. Our windows were open, and I had a little blanket. It was nice. But I turned on the news. First station, commercial. Second station, commercial.
Oh,
Went through 5 stations, and they were all in commercial at the same time. Do they sync that together? Or
I
what?
don't know how they do that. I really don't. But it's infuriating. It really is. I just want to watch the damn news. If not, you're constantly flipping around looking for a station that has news, and then you've spent 5 to 10 minutes looking around for that one station that's going to host the news and that's not doing commercials. But once you do, all the other stations are going back to the news, so the news are always there. So it's just And I do have a pet peeve.
Wow, that's really hyped you
I do
up.
have one.
Go for it.
Have you noticed on commercials these days, they will repeat them twice, not one time. You'll have the one commercial, and then it will automatically, right after that commercial, go right back and have the same commercial
I don't think it's
again.
intentional.
It is
I
intentional.
don't think it is
It
because
is. The man is jacking with us. I'm telling you.
Okay.
Yeah, he really
One
is.
of my jobs one time at an internship was to make sure people were playing the ads when they were supposed to for things. It was for a company that did the marketing for car dealerships, and I have to see if they were actually playing each thing when they said they would.
Uh-huh.
So that was super fascinating, but I'm sure they're not trying to do that. They'd probably rather do it each commercial instead of 2 in 1.
No, I think they do. I think, and I've seen this on different stations, not just on one particular station. So to me, it's kind of a industry standard now of doing back-to-back commercials.
I don't know.
Same commercial. I bet. You know what? We can check on who's the person that does our authentication.
Or what?
Our authentication, and
Joe?
who does our fact checking for us?
Steve. Well, the internship I worked at was for Steve's friend. So maybe he would know. Dan Rutledge.
Okay.
Maybe Dan knows.
I think Steve would know, and I think your dad would know too, because I'm sure they watch TV and see those double commercials that drive me insane.
I've seen them before, but I don't think it's on purpose.
It is on purpose. I'm
Okay.
telling you, it's on purpose.
It's gonna be okay,
It's the
John.
man trying to
gonna be
give it to
okay.
us.
Just-
Yeah.
Curled in the fetal position. And
Okay, I'm good. I'm fine.
My peeve about the news is just their voices. I would like to see a station where they just talk like this, like normal. You know?
I said, "Hi, how you doing?" Or
Breaking news.
Breaking
Lee
news,
Summit.
ladies and gentlemen. We got to, yeah.
What really happened? I sound like the Keith guy from Dateline. But no, it's always like we talked to citizens at the Crest Ridge apartment complex, and they are, I don't know, they're just very formal. I just like to hear someone be like,
Man, did you see what happened there?
that was
Whoa,
so
man.
chill. That was
chill, man.
that was vibes.
Wow.
I'd rather watch that maybe a little bit. But it just seems disingenuous, if you will.
Mm-hmm. I
Is
agree.
that the word?
I agree.
So yeah, I had why are the news channels all in the same commercial or on a commercial at the same time? Why do anchors talk like that? It's too early in the morning for that dramatic pause. They would
Yep.
always do a little.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. So I had that. I had just having the windows down in my car and in our house lately. Except today was up to 86 again.
It was nice. I had the windows down in the car.
Today you did?
Uh-huh.
It was a little warm for me for that in the afternoon, but in the morning it's nice when it's chilly and I'll have the heat on my feet, but
Mm-hmm.
the windows down just to enjoy it. But I am paranoid, I've noticed. No matter what I'm listening to.
No kidding.
No matter what I'm listening to, I always turn my radio down when the windows are down when I pull up to a stoplight next to someone. I don't know why. I think they want to judge me.
Well, you can do one of two things. You can leave it high, or leave it up if you want to, or you could roll your windows up.
I just turn the music down a little bit, and then when I start to go, I turn it back up.
Okay. Or
I don't know.
do three things and do like what you just said you do.
Which I think would be fun to roll up and hear someone listening to music I like. Usually it's not the case, though. Usually it's something, some hardcore rap or metal or something. And
Well, that's kind of not your style. That's what you've done.
I'm
You're
diverse.
Huh?
My music taste is diverse.
No, it isn't.
Okay.
Yeah,
You just said I listen to rap,
you do.
and I listen to classical once in a while. I'll listen to alternative. I'll listen to
No, you don't.
yacht rock.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks for listening.
Okay.
I've got a couple more things. We can save them for another one.
Let's save them for another one. I think we can wind this one up. What do you think?
If you say so, John.
Okay, I say so.
So then you can add things to the other things I put down here about.
I'm still at the top of the list, so
Well, next
I
time.
haven't scrolled down yet.
Next time you can
High
add
tech.
things we talked about. You can
Okay.
do that. So next week we're ready.
Okay.
Sound good?
Well, that sounds good. We'll wait and see what happens.
Well, Steve and Joe, let us know on those commercials.
Yes, please do. I think you both have seen commercials, and you can verify my story.
Well, I can verify your story too, that it's happening. I'm verifying that it's not intentional.
I think it is because
know,
there's so many of them. And they're different commercials too. They're just not one particular commercial.
What do you mean?
Well,
it's like Ace Hardware back to back.
Ace Hardware
Burger
back
King,
to back.
Whopper,
Yeah.
Whopper, back to back.
Right.
I get what you're saying, but I don't think it's intentional.
I do. I think it's a man.
Okay.
It's the man. I'm not paranoid.
You think that big fast food's out there trying to push the new Whopper?
I think they are. They're trying to push a big new Whopper.
And the repetition's going to...
It's a big new Whopper,
Joe. Top of mind?
Big new Whopper, Joe. Big new Whopper. Big new Whopper.
Why are you saying that?
I don't know.
Oh, you sound like Judge Wapner from Rain Man?
Judge Wapner. Yeah.
53 toothpicks. Well, I hope that you have a great week and that you clean off your camera lens before you take a photo, John.
I will do that, and we have to support who? We have to support our sponsors. The troops have been helping us out for so many years, and it's Taylor Atkinson Photography and CHD Wood Design, and of course my friends at the Kansas City Auto Museum.
Don't refer to me as a troop.
You are a troop.
I'm a trooper for dealing with...
Yeah, well, look what you got to deal with.
Your shenanigans.
Shenanigans? What are you talking about?
Your commercial conspiracies.
I do. I think there's commercial conspiracy.
Well, next week when my dad confirms that I'm right and Steve as well, I'll get you a little tinfoil hat you can wear in here.
Ooh.
For your conspiracies you got.
It does reflect away all the negative energy that's being downcast from space.
The aura, the vibes.
It's the aura, mid-aura.
Well, we have to end it because you just got a notification on your phone that you didn't turn off.
I did.
Okay.
To work for notifications.
Bye, buddy.
Okay, bye-bye.